says delaying the opening of schools will do more harm than good. DA Education spokesperson Baxolile Nodada joining us now. Baxolile, very good morning to you. So that's the word from the Department of Basic Education. Schools will open 2 weeks later than expected. Just your thoughts on this morning.
Good morning, Uveka. Good morning to your viewers. I believe that there's more questions than answers, in fact, in this briefing, Uveka. There is no indication on what regulations will be put in place, for schools to reopen. Is it a phasing approach? Is it a hybrid approach? Will DBE support, schools in terms of PPE and all the equipment needed? What happens to learners or teachers with comorbidities? And will directives change for the year? And I do believe that this work should have been done prior to this, Uveka. And we, as the Democratic Alliance, believe that schools must open safely for both teachers and learners. That cannot be compromised. It must be prioritized, in fact. And that's why we basically said that the Department of Basic Education, health experts, as well as the Department of Health and the Ministerial Advisory Committee must come to a meeting in Parliament of the Basic Education Portfolio Committee to come and brief us on the safe reopening of schools so that we deal with science and facts rather than the whims of government. And I believe that this particular briefing did not give that detail, and it does have effects, and we need to balance the safety of teachers and learners vis-a-vis them studying. And you would have heard that the Ministerial Advisory Committee said primary schools can actually open because it's safe for them to do so. But that advice has not been taken on board, Uveka. So there's more questions, in fact, than answers in this particular brief.
Well, all those arrangements that you speak of, Baxolile, those were in place last year when schools eventually did return. Wouldn't it stand to reason that, the same arrangements would apply when kids and teachers actually get back to school in February? Would you need anything to be done differently from what was initially arranged for back to school last year?
These arrangements were put in place last year, Uveka. You'll find that a lot of schools from different provinces have had questions in terms of, are they going to get the necessary equipment that they require? Where's the budget going to come from? And for them, they've got concerns whether the Department of Basic Education, in terms of their regulations, will ensure the safety for teachers and both learners. In addition to these particular requirements, I think the fast tracking of us ensuring that in phase 2 of the vaccine, as the president.
All right, a bit of a problem there with our line to the DA Education spokesperson, Baxolile Nodada, saying just the gist of it is that they still have questions about the safe return to school glitches that were experienced last year in terms of PPE and safety of teachers and pupils as well. Still a concern for them. They're still wanting to hear from education officials in Parliament that urgent meeting. So let's see what happens.